It was the year 1967 when something was discovered a few kilometers off the coast of Greece. This discovery was to become very astonishing and significant for future economists. In 1967, a marine expert, Nicholas Fleming, went to an island a short distance from the coast of Greece. Every year, Nicholas would go around the island to discover new things. But unfortunately, he always had to return empty-handed. But this time, Nicholas's life was about to change. When Nicholas dove into the sea, once again, he saw some stones at a depth of 13 feet that looked very different from the rest. These stones were arranged in a regular pattern, which did not seem natural at all. With his knowledge of strange objects, Nicholas decided to go deeper. As he went further, he saw that these were the foundation stones of a building spread over thousands of meters. At first, Nicholas couldn't understand what foundation stones of a building were doing in this part of the sea, but later, Nicholas was convinced that he had discovered something extraordinary in this part of the sea. But knowing its true nature was very important. The next time, Nicholas went back to the same spot, but this time with full preparation. Nicholas's entire team was stunned when they saw scattered items used by humans far and wide. From clay pots to various tools, everything was scattered. Not only that, but foundations of buildings made of stones and dirt roads were also visible. This was not a small settlement, but a planned city. There was no doubt that Nicholas had discovered the remains of a city that had been destroyed centuries ago and was now hidden under the sea. This underwater city was named Pavloptri, which had been puzzling thousands of geographers and researchers since 1967. How big was the city? In what era did the people living here dwell? Why did they build this city with such planning in this remote area? And most importantly, is this the Atlantis that, according to Plato, fell victim to a terrible catastrophe 11,000 years ago? These were all the questions that arose after the discovery of Pavloptri, and even after many years, no one was able to find answers to these questions. But as technology advanced, research on Pavloptri was resumed once again. Dr. John Henderson from the University of Nottingham began research on this underwater secret city with the help of technology. During the research, they also found some items used by humans who lived here, including a stone tool used to grind wheat or corn into flour. Broken clay pots were scattered everywhere, suggesting that perhaps this was the kitchen of someone who lived here thousands of years ago. While there were clear signs of human survival in Powloon factory, remains of dead people were also found. The research team discovered about 50 graves of different sizes. There was ample evidence of human habitation in this underwater city, located 2 kilometers from the coast of Greece, but it was difficult to uncover the true nature of the city just by diving. Therefore, it was time to use technology, specifically sonar scanning. You may already know how sonar technology works, but let me explain once again. Sonar is a device that emits special sound waves when placed in water. These sound waves bounce back after hitting different objects in the sea, and a receiver captures these waves. Then, with the help of a computer, a 3D model of the area is created. After the underwater scanning of Pavloptri, a 3D model was created, revealing the reality that was difficult to understand by diving alone. The astonishing scene of the submerged city in this illuminated 3D model was hard to believe. The water that had been hiding this reality was now gone, and everything was clearly visible. These were the foundations built in that era. There were small houses as well as large buildings. This large building might have been the administrative office of the city or the home of a local leader. The empty space between the buildings was perhaps filled with markets or playgrounds. But the most astonishing thing was that all the buildings were built in a proper pattern, just like in modern cities today. This underwater city was once home to 5,000 people. But who were these people and when did they live here? Carbon dating of the clay pots found at the Pavloptri site revealed that they were about 5,500 years old. Since clay pots were made during the Bronze Age, researchers believe that this city existed 5,500 years ago above water during a revolutionary period for humans. With the help of computer graphics, the layout of Powloon factory was redesigned, and for the first time, the true shape of this underwater city was revealed. This city was built with proper planning at a remote location. But why was this city built with such planning in such a remote place? There was a hidden secret behind it. This city was specifically built to facilitate business worldwide. Pavloptri was a manufacturing hub, especially for making fabrics. Thousands of stones used to balance threads during cloth making were found here, proving that the residents made clothes and exported them worldwide. But what disaster struck this thriving city? Be burying it under the sea. Researchers believe that the debris of Patalopetri clearly indicates that something happened here that destroyed the city in one night. If the water level had been rising, the people would have already migrated with their belongings, but the items found here suggest that the residents didn't even get a chance to escape. The city probably fell victim to a horrific earthquake, pushing the land underwater and erasing this business center. Thank you for liking and sharing this video. See you in the next amazing video.